In this video, I'll be showing you some of the pictures I've taken without a photo pass, what camera I've used, how I got it into the venue, and there's a little segment from the Ateez concert in Copenhagen this March. So remember to use the chapters down below in the description if there's only one specific segment of the video you'd like to see. I'm about to buy tickets for the Ateez concert tonight. The reason why this is happening so late was because I was waiting on an email response to know if I could come as press for the magazine I work at, freelance. The promoter said no, and even though they said no, I'm still going. We need to see that show, that performance. I bought the tickets now. We're ready to be on the ground floor. It's gonna be so good. So the first concert I went to this year was Kind Daniel in Köln. It was just a coincidence that it fell upon the same weekend where I was going to Köln with work. I'm a lucky girl, I know. I'm both very proud of these pictures and a little disappointed. I was a bit disappointed because the lighting was so low at the venue, probably mostly because I was so far back, which made it hard for my focus to pull through. But that gave me the chance to really work with Photoshop, to try some new editing styles that I've been seeing but didn't really know how to achieve. Me and Photoshop sat down for a truly team building exercise. It started almost with crying a couple of times, but it now ended in like high-fiving and being like, okay, we can probably be friends someday. They might be a bit too heavily edited, but I really wanted to try those effects out, so I would rather go a bit overboard and then for future concerts take it a bit down and use it a bit more subtly. By the way, I've always wanted to be a little circle in the corner of a video like this. The funny thing is that the challenge with the H concert was that I was a barricade girl, so I was at the front, so the light shone directly into the lens, which could look cool but ended up looking a bit weird in most of the pictures. But this one picture, I really liked how it turned out with the lights and how he's standing and looking to the side. I really like his profile. The next concert was Louis Capaldi, and compared to the other two, this was in one of the biggest arenas in Copenhagen, so here the challenge was truly that the stage was so big and he was only one person and not dancing or doing anything, he was just standing and singing. By the way, all these concerts was like amazing, so that's not even what we're discussing, only the pictures. The thing I really liked about those pictures, especially this one, is that I got to play a little around with the colors to try to find out what I really liked, because I like them a bit more subtle in some pictures like this one, and the reds were a bit too heavy for me. The challenge was also that the set was very heavily backlit and he didn't have that much in his face. He was a bit too dark in the face for my camera to pick it up truly clearly without losing too much focus. If you have enjoyed the video so far, please like and subscribe, it would really make me happy. Now to the grand finale of the Ateez concert. Because the Ateez concert is such a show and they have done so much with the lighting and with like the screens and everything, I didn't want to change the colors too much because I really liked how the unedited were and how the show was, like the colors were put together. The biggest difference here would actually only be that I've cropped in and turned the lights of the phone screens a bit down so they're not too much in focus when you look at the picture. So as you can see, there's room for improvement, but I just really love that I've started to take my concert photography seriously again and that I get to play around again without photo passes like this, because that is truly what I feel like you should take away from this, is that when you don't have to deliver, which you do with a photopass, but without one you can actually really try to play around with your editing. You can, if you hate them all, throw them in the trash. You don't have to show them to anyone. And you can truly try to find your style and be challenged by, for example, the backlit or light directly in the lens. Like, you can play around with this without it being a serious situation where you truly have to get the picture. So it's just one big playground, which I really want you to try to enjoy and get the best out of, which I am truly trying to do, and which I actually find I have been doing with these pictures and at these concerts. So this is just truly one big playground without judgment. So the camera I've been using is this one, the Sony A6000, with the lens 16 to 50 millimeters, and the f-stop is 3.5 to 5.6, which is why you see me struggle a bit with the focus and not having enough light. For the future, I would like to have a lens on this camera that is like 2.8 or 1.8, which is truly the best you can get for the concert photography. But at the moment I am really happy about this, and I've never had any problems with getting it into the arenas. I would also not say I'm not like showing it to their face that I'm bringing it. I have it in my small bag, and if they see it I just say, yeah, it's allowed with small cameras, no, and they let you in. And I've done this to a couple of concerts, all of these four for example, and there's been nothing. So we have come to the end of this video, so just a teeny tiny bit of shameless self-promotion. You can follow along on my Instagram where you can see more of my pictures, but also follow a bit more along in my everyday life, studying at film school and working. And by the way, please do send me pictures that you have taken as an audience member if you want to. Like, we can start a conversation, you can give me some feedback and I can give you some feedback. Again, just having that playing around with no judgment, but just like good feedback that you can actually use for future concerts. So thank you for watching and hope that you enjoyed. May you have a lovely, lovely day. Fråga inte vad som hände mig.